Hi and welcome to our second discussions. In this video, we'll be focusing on the three theories of international relation and make connection with the events that took place, which are European Union and global governance, civil rights, and norm entrepreneurship, and make connections with international organizations that are active in Papua New Guinea as well as other regions.
Thank you, Julian. So, what are the three theories of international relations and what are their primary focuses?
So the three theories are constructivism, liberal institutionalism, and republican liberalism. So for the first theory, which is constructivism, it focuses on norms, ideas, and shared beliefs that shape international relations and state. This is according to June 2019. So for the second theory is liberal institutionalism or institutional liberalism, which proposes that while state remain the primary actors in international relations, institutions play a crucial role in maintaining peace and order. This is according to Hayes and Johnson 2019. For the third theory, which is republican liberalism, it focuses on freedom as non-domination. It states that no actor has arbitrary power on others. This is according to Laboy and Ronzoni 2018. So how is the European Union used as an example to illustrate both institutional and republican liberalism?
So the European Union is a rich example of both institutional and republican liberalism in the ways that it illustrates institutional and republican liberalism. They include supranational institutions, rule-based governance, economic independence, shared common foreign and security, and conflict resolutions. Basically, the European Union illustrates institutional liberalism through cooperation and interdependence, whilst republican liberalism illustrates a union of democracies where political structures align with peaceful international being.
What is the core idea of constructivism and how does it relate to the civil rights movement?
Core idea of constructivism is that it sees the whole world as socially constructed within three main principles: the identity, ideas, and the structures. It put into context the exchange of beliefs and the interest of the actors and understands that they have been socially constructed. It's related to the civil rights movements in a sense that the constructivism sees actors through their social actions using institutions. For example, islands folklore schools played a significant role in advancing the civil rights movement for education.
What is another term for republican liberalism, and how does this theory explain the likelihood of war between democratic states?
Another name of republican liberalism is democratic peace theory. So democratic peace theory argues that democratic states are highly unlikely to go to war with one another. So this theory explains this for two reasons. Reason number one is set values. Democracy are based on the set values like peaceful conflict resolution, human rights, and the rule of law. When two democracy nations interact, they are more likely to trust each other and use diplomacy to solve problems instead of the violence. So number two is institutional constraints. It's the idea that democracy is less likely to go to war with each other because their leaders are accountable to the people who generally don't want the high cost of the war.
Despite their differences, what is the single unified element that all three theories discuss, especially concerning international connection?
The single constructivism they share, especially concerning the international organization, is the emphasis on institutional behavior and the role of norms and corporations in shaping international relations. Institutional liberalism, it highlights how international organizations foster cooperation among states by promoting common goals and governance structures, whereas in Republican liberalism or democratic peace theory, it basically emphasizes on how liberal democratic institutions encourage peaceful relations and collaboration, especially within the organizations like the European Union. And in constructivism theory, focuses on how ideas, identities, and norms are socially constructed and reproduced through the institutions. It influences how actors behave within the international organization. All three theories recognize international organizations as a key platforms for shaping state behavior, promoting cooperation, and embedding norms and values into the global system.
What is European Union?
European Union is defined as a liberal democratic organization that shares values, rules, and principles, which is supported by the sub-theory Republican liberalism. They also promote democracy, human rights, and the rule of law both within its member states and beyond, according to European Commission 2023. Therefore, we can say that it is a group of countries working closely to support freedom, fairness, and democracy around the globe.
How many principles does the constructivism has? And name them.
So according to Wendt and Finnemore 2017, there are 6 principles of constructivism. The first one is social construction of reality, role of ideas, norms and identity, agent structure relationship, change and possibility. Anarchy is what states make of it, and the last one is norms, institutions and discursive practices.
So what are some of the international organizations in PNC and other regions, and how does it impact in the society?
Papua New Guinea has a lot of poverty according to Isla Rai 2023, but some charities or international organizations are working very hard to help people in addressing these issues. International organizations such as CARE, Water Aid, Save the Children, One Talk Support Charity, and the UNICEF are making significant contributions in areas such as gender inequality, water and sanitation, child protection, education, healthcare. Through dedicated efforts, these organizations are helping to improve the lives of vulnerable children and communities by providing hope for a brighter future in Papua New Guinea as well as other regions.
Thank you, and we have now reached the end of our discussion.